Today, I'll be showing you how to track people down, how to find out where people live, get their information, find out their family and friends, and get some photos on them as well. Now, I use the internet quite a lot, and I speak to people online. I speak to people on various websites, including Omegle, Chatroulette, Facebook, and it's often quite comforting to know who you're speaking to. So if you're like me, I understand and I respect people's privacy, but it gets a bit concerning after a while when someone says certain things. You want to know who you're speaking to. So you can do that, and it's very easy as well. So I'm going to be showing you how to do that today. So I use a Facebook. I'm sure most of you do as well. And most of you probably use Twitter and YouTube and various other accounts. But let's say you were chatting to someone. Your first objective when you chat to someone is to get as much information about them as you can. The best piece of information you can get from someone, believe it or not, is actually their email address. See, now when someone gives you their actual email address, you're not the only one who knows about that email address. There are so many people who use that email. Okay? So if you know that email address, you'll be able to track down all the sites they've used that email address on. So simply, if you've got Facebook, simply log into Facebook. And I'm going to show you first of all how to track an email address. So in Facebook, you can see, obviously I'm logged in as normal on my Facebook account. Nothing fancy here. Simply click on a search box and let's type in the person's email address we're looking for. So I'm going to type in my own email address. So jameswsparker@hotmail.co.uk, and you'll see straight away I'm actually right at the top. I've actually been able to find myself on Facebook using my email. It's a really useful feature for Facebook. And you can see, obviously, when I pop it in, it will show me up here as well. I also have another Facebook I'm really curious to see if it loads up with. It's at googlemail.com, and it's found my old Facebook account as well. And that's, of course, the email which I used for my old Facebook, and this is my new one. So you can track people's emails down if they have a Facebook account. So let's say someone gave you an email, you can pop it into Facebook, you can find out who they are. But that only works, obviously, if they've got their email registered with Facebook. Another good trick is actually to find out someone's location. So let's say you lived in England, or you lived in the United States or Australia. Every country has an online phone book. So in England, everyone here uses what's called the British Telecom, which is BT. BT have a website. So I'm going to type in BT phone book residential. What I can do with that is I can view the phone book online. Now, in America, I think you have the White Pages. Now, the White Pages is a very similar website to the one I'm going on for England. And the White Pages, of course, allows you to track people down who live in America. Now, so let's find someone. I want to find a person. So let's type in their surname. So I'm just going to type in something nice and obvious. I'm going to make a random name here. I'm going to type in Thompson. There's probably someone with the name Thompson somewhere along the line. And the location is, you can pop in a postcode or a zip code, and you can also pop in a street name or a town. So I'm going to type in my town, Bristol. And here we are. It's displaying all the people whose name ends with Thompson in Bristol. So you can go through each person until you find the person that you were looking for. So obviously I don't know the postcode, but let's use this person's postcode. I'm not specifically targeting this person. I don't know who they are. So I'm going to use their postcode, which is Bravo Sierra 137 Echo Bravo. So I'm going to copy that. I'm going to pop that into here. If I'm correct, it will load up with just them. So you're able to track people down this way. So this is the website which you can use for England. And this will display all the people in England. Again, if you've got someone's street address, or you've got their surname, or you've got an idea about where they live, you can find that information on the BT phone book. And then using this information, then you can find them on maybe Facebook and other sites. Now, this is the American White Pages. The same rules apply as the BT phone book. You can simply pop in someone's last name. So I'm going to type in Thompson again. And, of course, a city, state, or zip. So let's say I had a zip code. You can pop it in there. So I'm going to simply type in LA for... Oh, there we go. Las Vegas. Absolutely fantastic. So let's see. There we go. We've got all the Thompsons in Las Vegas. Again, it's really easy to track people down. So that's the second tactic to tracking people down. So the first tactic we've covered to being able to find people by their email, using Facebook. The second tactic is, of course, using phone books. Now, the third tactic is a little bit more nosy, but it's a really good tactic. Now, let's say there was someone on YouTube who didn't quite like. They were quite annoying you. They were sending you, let's say, rude, arrogant, obnoxious messages. A good thing to do is actually use Google. There's nothing better than the Google search engine. Google doesn't only search the internet for web pages. Google searches everything. So you can track people down using Google. So I'm actually going to search for myself. I'm going to type in official James Parker. And you'll see straight away, I will prop up at the top of the engine here. So it says James Parker, that's definitely me. I can tell straight away. And of course, we've got loads of other James Parkers as well. Official James Parker, there I am on YouTube. Fantastic. Now, let's say my username was Gary Thompson. I'm going to use the name Gary and Thompson today. But let's say I typed in Gary Thompson and my username is Gary Thompson 123. Now you can see here I found a Gary Thompson 123. Chances are, if I was actually looking for a user with the name Gary Thompson 123, I'll be able to find him. And although he hasn't given his information on YouTube, chances are he's given his information on other sites he's used. So let's load these all up in separate tabs. And let's see what his information is on each one of these sites. So this Gary Thompson here has indicated that's his email. So AU, he's obviously Australian. He's generously given us his number. So now we know his phone number. We've got his website there. We've got access to his blog. So we've got a lot of details so far. Now, right here, maybe we could have his photos here. It's all about research. If there is someone you're looking for, it's very easy to find them if you know how. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you have any other methods of tracking people down or know of any other additional ideas to getting hold of people's information, certainly bring it to my attention. Leave your comments. And I'll be able to take a look at them. I'll probably respond as well. Other than that, that's a very easy tutorial on how to track people down. All the best.